All right, hello. Welcome back to another of what is going to be a log series. You know this already. You've tuned in. You will be here. You've got to be here. There's no negotiations. Of course, you're welcome to click off. I'm merely joking. Welcome back to another group stage game of the 2026 World Cup predictions. Then we are here to start off Group B, which is an interesting route to take because after this one we go to Group D. But I'm not asking. I'm not going to ask about it. I'm not going to ask about it. I didn't arrange a tournament. I didn't pick the lineups. What I know is that we are going Group B right now, right here, right now, as the song goes. So we are here with Canada, one of the three host nations. They will be against Bosnia and Herzegovina, or just Bosnia, which I will be referring to them as. It's a lot shorter and a lot easier to say. So basically, we're here once again. If you didn't see the last two of the Group A matches, interesting results, I will say. I will leave it at that. You have to go and watch yourselves if you want to know. Although I will say it on this video in about 5 minutes or so, probably once we get into the actual match. So just hang on if you don't really want to watch a full video of it. That's understandable. As usual, settings check. Quick matches off. 10-minute halves. Legendary. Competitor mode is on, which means they're going to be better. Obviously, I'm not playing, so it doesn't really affect me. And then star players on the CPU AI team will have enhanced intelligence while they're being controlled. So your Ronaldos, your Messis will play a lot better. Same ball as always. Full match intro. We're going from the BC place. I mean, it is Canada, and I believe that's a Canadian stadium. It wasn't meant to rhyme. I'm pretty good with the rhymes. We'll put the match a little bit earlier, 9 o'clock, and we'll put it as we'll put it overcast because it's Canada. I don't think it's going to be great weather. Artificial turf, as you know, and then pitch color, full pitch color. So that is the settings we are going for. To take a look at the teams then, I haven't done anything to them yet. I'm not going to change them just now. I'll probably do that tomorrow and over the coming days. I'm recording this as well Friday night, which is June the 5th. So we're quite a way behind, but I'm just trying to get some games done in advance, just in case I run out of time. We can plan ahead. So if you wonder why I'm doing this on the kickoff as well, exhibition mode, quick little fuck is this? Stuff. Right, sorry. Easily distracted. Quick little disclosure. The world's game mode doesn't have the games in order, so we're doing them on the exhibition mode till they fix it, and if they don't fix it, we'll just continue on the exhibition mode until We'll, I guess we could try and move the World Cup final to that last mode or something like that, the knockout rounds possibly. What I do know is those are your teams. Obviously Canada on the left, Bosnia on the right. This to me I'll actually make a proper prediction, but this could be your first goalless of the tournament, I would say, just to spoil the previous games. This could be the first goalless draw of the tournament, in my personal opinion. But anyway, enough nattering, enough chatting. It's already 10-minute half, so you don't need me going on all the way through. What you do need me to do is press start match. So BC plays 10-minute half length, legendary, authentic, overcast at 9 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick off Group B.
Well, what a game we have in store for you today. The hype has been building all week, and we're just moments away from kickoff time. Stay tuned for the live action. Well, hello to you from a city that's always a joy to visit, Vancouver. We're at
So I'm kind of just going to stay quiet while they do the little intro bits. Not these bits, obviously, just like the little, ticket holder bits you just saw, as well as national anthems. So if I suddenly stop talking, it's out of respect just for the national anthems, which aren't the national anthems. I know, I'm aware of that. But you got to stay quiet during them anyway, because it's what they should be, or what they could be, if they actually A, could get them in the game, and B, actually gave a rat's arse about the game at all outside of Ultimate Team.
And here's the starting lineup for Canada.
Right then, the team that Canada are going with. I will go through teams and try and pick the best teams, potentially, slash just teams that would make a bit more sense tactically. But for now, I'm not doing that. It doesn't have the Canadian manager on here, so I'm not sure who's controlling them or who's in charge. What I do know is that as one of the 3 host nations, Canada automatically qualified and will be looking to make some progress forwards in this tournament. You'd think if you're one of the 3 host nations, you'd be wanting to get through without drama. But Bosnia, led of course by Edin Dzeko, will not bow down. Of course, Dzeko now in his late 30s, nearing 40 if he's not already. What we do need to do here, if you're Bosnia, is try and get the ball to Dzeko, to your talisman, and to obviously the veteran of the side. Sergei Barbarez has gone with a lot of itches, apart from the goalkeeper, and of course Edin Dzeko himself. So what Bosnia need to do here is try and hit early, kind of shock Canada, get an early lead, I reckon. But if you didn't see the previous Group A games, as we kick off here in the BC place, as Canada are going right to left, or sorry, left to right, Bosnia going right to left in the white kit. If you didn't see the previous games, I'd advise you go back and watch them. Thoroughly entertaining, especially the second one, which you maybe wouldn't expect a lot of entertainment out of. If you've looked at the spreadsheet already, I am going to do a spreadsheet regarding all the results and everything. I'm going to try my best to remember to plot the real tournament alongside it, just to compare it. And I think for South Korea and Czechia, I don't think the game will go the same. That's all I will say. But for this one, I reckon, like I said, first goalless draw. I don't know if Dzeko or Demirovic will have enough opportunities to find a finish. I feel like it'd be, I don't know, I just feel like if they do get chances, they won't take them. Alternatively, I don't really trust anyone on the Canadian team, apart from Jonathan David, to get goals. I like Alphonso Davies, but he's obviously not a goal scorer in any shape, way or form. And Jonathan Davies is their main focal point. If there is going to be a goal, it'll come through him. So really, all Bosnia have to do, in my opinion, mainly, at least as a main aim, is just shut Jonathan David down. And you should be fine. And obviously, if you're the Canadian defence, keep Dzeko marked. He's not got a lot of movement about him, so they'll try to play it for Demirovic, who I don't know is much faster. What I do know is Canada are in here, and it is Jonathan David who gets the turn, but Vasily collects with ease. So yeah, I'm going for a goalless draw on this one in real life. I think it's just going to be too tough to call. I don't think either team will make a breakthrough. I know it's a boring cop-out prediction, but I think that's just what will happen. Of course, we do have another Group B match, which will be the... I'm trying to remember off the top of my head who else is in the group without having to Google it. But I'll 100% tell you currently that I have forgotten. So I'm going to go Google it. Professionally, Qatar and Switzerland. Definitely knew that before I started today. So that will come at some point, but obviously that's not even the next game, because the next game will feature the final of the 3 host nations to get their first group and their tournament underway. It will be America playing Paraguay. So there is that. Basically, I'm going to do them in like schedule order, what it says on Google. If it's the wrong order, it's the wrong order. I'm doing my best here. What I do know is that... ooh, that's a tricky one on David, but it is a smart tackle. What I do know is that I'm going to enjoy every moment of it. So basically, ultimately, what we do here is we watch the games and we see what the result the game gives us. And most of the time we will disagree with it. The Mexico and South Africa one, I think I'm okay with. It makes sense. The Korea and Czechia one, it makes absolutely no sense. I'm also okay with it because it's entertaining. Either way, basically what you need to do is lock in, because there's 104 of these games, and we are currently, ladies and gentlemen, on game 3. So we've got over 100 still to go, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I've had so much fun doing the first 2, and I was thinking for the rest of the day, since this afternoon, because I did the other 2 this afternoon, it's about 5 or 6 hours on from when I did the other ones. I had so much fun. It's actually so much fun doing this, kind of commentating over it, kind of just chatting about the World Cup. I'm having a ton of fun with this, and I want to kind of record more and more and more, but I don't want to, like, A, overdo it too early, and B, burn myself out. So I think this is going to be the last game of the Friday night, and maybe we'll do America versus Paraguay, but again, you won't know. As well, I should have mentioned this at the start. I always forget to mention these things at the start, and I will continue to forget to mention these things at the start. If you're seeing this, it will have been uploaded at least 2 days before the actual match. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm putting a schedule on each of the matches that comes out 2 days before. So I think 2 days, not Tuesdays before, just because I messed up my words there. So for example, this match will happen Friday 12th of June at 8 p.m. This is going to be uploaded 10th of June at 8 p.m. It's not rocket science. 48 hours pretty much before the actual occurrence of the match. But I'm recording this on the Friday. It'll be uploaded on the Wednesday. I'm trying to get some of these done in advance, just so I don't have to kind of rush them out. Again, I'll probably get to a point where I need to rush them out anyway, because work's kicking my ass. And the only reason I got some of these done today is because I got an unplanned day off. It was quite quiet today. There's quite a lot of people, quite a lot of staff in, and they said I wasn't needed tonight, so it's quite useful that. That's the only reason I've been able to do a few of these today. My probable next recording day will be Sunday. Obviously you guys won't know that anyway, because they'll be uploaded on the day that they're uploaded. But yeah, I'm aiming kind of for the 48-hour window, and if it's not there, I'll try and do a 24-hour window if it kind of bunches up a little bit. But it will always be uploaded at least 24 hours before the real life match actually happens. I feel that's a good enough window, and obviously good enough timing for you guys to watch if you want to watch, take in what I'm saying, or just, you know, vibe, I guess. But anyway, back to the action. Still no goals, as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be a little bit quieter this one than the previous two. It's very questionable passing here between Katic and Mujanic. And by questionable, I mean Jonathan David's going to take that fucking ball if they don't get it away, which they do, but it's going to be got by Eustachio anyway. It's knocked onto Demirovic. I'm assuming he was not aiming for him, as he's on the opposite country's side. And now Demirovic can start building up through the middle. Again, Dzeko will be the target man. Dzeko will be the man to look for, but Kone cuts it out. And now Kyle Larin into Buchanan. And again, if you're going to give David the room, he's going to operate. Quite a good prolific score for Canada, but somebody else has got through. I didn't even notice. Kone forces a save out of Vasily, and it's a very good save. It's going to come back in though for Canada, and there's nobody closing this man down, and it will be 1-0. Absolutely no closing down from the Bosnians at the back. Questions around the defensive shape there, and it isn't the man that I thought was going to score, but a man has scored. It is Buchanan for Canada to take the lead on the 29th minute mark. And the host nation. I mean, they're all so far back. I get that they're marking David, but you've got to remember there's other players on the pitch. It's actually quite a nice finish. Slightly lifted out of the way and off the underside of the crossbar. It's really nicely taken, actually, from Buchanan. But you've got enough men back there. You just need to pick your marking better, and you can prevent that, really. But it hasn't been prevented. It has ended up in a goal for Canada, and that's now 2/3 of the host nations that are 1-0 up, because I will spoil it now, we're far enough in. Mexico won 1-0 against South Africa in the playthrough. I predicted a 2-1 for that game. I predicted a 1-1 for the next game between Korea Republic and Czechia, and I'm not going to spoil the scoreline unless I accidentally do it later. I'm not going to spoil it knowingly, but it was not 1-1. Bosnia are going to be the team to look to make it 1-1 before the break now, with them on the back foot. Canada with an advantage, and it's Demirovic. It's been, I don't know who slid out of position there. I don't know who failed to close that down, but overcommitted, and Demirovic has made the most of it, and it is now 1-1 just as quickly as it was 1-0. It's an immediate equaliser from Bosnia to rain on the Canadians' parade here, to rain on the host nation's parade. And I don't know who the defender was there. It doesn't... I mean, I don't know the defenders to begin with. It's a number 4 for Canada. and it's going to be an easy finish if you're going to leave Demirovic that room. Or maybe it wasn't number 4, maybe it was Bombito. I'm not going to assume because I just don't know. But I do know that the man overcommitted and ended up the goal being Demirovic's. So well taken finish, but we could be straight back ahead here with Canada, but Kone gets dispossessed. If it's not going to be 0-0, I think it is. I don't think it's going to be a win for either side. I think this will end as a draw. But I'm going personally 0-0. But I think the sim and potentially everyone else are predicting a draw as well. Maybe I'm incorrect, but I guess we'll see. That's the beauty of it. If you're Bosnia now, try and go for a second as quick as you can before the break. Try and take the wind completely out of the host nation. If you're Canada, prevent that as best as you can, because if you go down a goal, I mean, if you go down a goal, you've got the crowd behind you to try and push you towards an equaliser and then maybe further on. But again, you don't want to be in a position where you are fighting from below when you could be the ones that are on top, kind of thing. So try and close this down. Keep Bosnia out of the area they're trying to get into. Basic now to Sunjic. Canada hold them off quite nicely just now, keeping an eye on each man, but that's Dzeko who uses his strength out wide, back in again, and now one more to Basic. It's Memic. Oh, it's poor at the back, but it's St. Clair with a really good save. It was a bit ping-pongy there at the back, ball bouncing everywhere, and it ends up being an effort, I believe, from Memic, could be mistaken, but St. Clair is the goalkeeper, and he does make a really good save to prevent the Canadians from going behind. Now it's going to be by, that's a long name, but Dzeko's the target anyway. I couldn't read the name before he took the corner. And it could be now a counter-attack for Canada. They've got pace. If they can use that pace, especially if your name is Alphonso Davies, this could punish on the counter, but Bosnia have got all their men back now, and Canada have taken too long. That's not to say they won't get an attack here, but they're not going to get a counter-attack. Buchanan, Estaquio now, out to Kone, onto Johnston, back inside, try to find the room, but Basic picks up that poor pass, and now there's room. Oh my god, how have they've overcommitted so much. And Dedic now, out to Bayraktarevic, we'll say. Surely he's got a shorter name, we'll just call him Byers, I don't know. I don't know, we'll just call it a long name, maybe? I don't. Bayraktarevic. I will try, okay? I will try. What I do know now is we're getting off topic once again. Johnson has the ball out on the right-hand side here and could find a last chance before the break for Canada. Katic heads away. I believe David was the attacker there. And Bosnia will look to get it clear with just 1 minute of added time on the clock. I doubt they'll get another attacking opportunity for this half. They just need to prevent Canada from having one also. As we go into the break, it is a goal apiece, which is kind of where I was thinking this would be. I didn't expect one team to overwhelm the other. I didn't expect one team to blow the other out of the water. I expected it to be a close game. That's exactly what it's been. The goal from Canada immediately cancelled out. I was trying to remember who the player was. It was Buchanan who got it. Immediately cancelled out by Demirovic. And it does mean that we are level 1 apiece in this one between Canada and Bosnia at the break. Taking a look at the stats first and foremost, the possession is in favour of technically the visitors, but of course the away side here, 60-40 in terms of possession for Bosnia. 4 shots apiece. Canada slightly more accurate with theirs, and 2 expected goals to show for it to their opponents, 0.9. So XG wise, Canada should be ahead, but overperforming their XG is Bosnia. And I'm wondering, will either of these teams take the initiative to go into the second half and get the dub? The best players in at half time, Basic for Bosnia with the assist, obviously, to set up Demirovic, who's also up there. Vasilij up there with some good saves as well. Sunjic creating. Dzeko been struggling, but that might be due to his age more than anything else. On the Canadian side of things, it's Ali Ahmed with the assist in a 7.6. Buchanan, the goal scorer, only on a 6.9. Hasn't exactly been setting the world alight. He hasn't been great, but he's been good enough, and he's got the goal for his country. St. Clair, I'd rate him a little bit higher. He's made a couple of good saves as well, but either way, it's going to come down, I think, to one moment of magic to see which of these teams will take it. I don't believe we have got any substitutions to make at half time from either side. So let's power on with the second half and let's see who can get potentially 3 points in the Group B here. If not, will they share the points? It might impact both of their campaigns, but we're going to kick it off with Kyle Laren as Canada now go in the opposite direction, of course, and so are Bosnia. That's how football works. But they need to try and use the pace of Davis a bit more. They need to try and use the ability of David a bit more. He had a good chance in the first half, but hasn't really had much service since. They need to try and find a way to get it through to him and find a finish, because he is very, very good at the old striking, especially for Canada. Mixed fortunes, I think, for Juventus, but for Canada, definitely very, very good. Stachio now, Kone. I don't believe. Well, I was going to say up until then, I don't believe Bosnia had a touch this half, and David has won it back. And now it's Ahmed into David. Vasilai gets enough, can't hold, but it is cleared away. Well cleared away as well. And Dzeko has really been struggling here. I'm wondering if the sub requested is for the captain. Hasn't been able to stay on his feet, hasn't been able to find his feet in this match, and it could be Canada to go 2-1 up here with Ahmed now playing it outside to Alfonso Davis. Laren back inside, just a little bit of passing, trying to get the Bosnians to commit at position here. Kone does turn and does score a brilliant goal. I will be real, that's a really nice finish. I didn't expect it to go in when he shot it though. He looked a little off balance, if I had to be 100% with you. But he turned his man, did get the bit of space. The other side back can't close it down, and it's out of reach of the Bosnian goalkeeper. You can tell I'm very good with names here when I'm just referring to their positions. I don't know a lot of these players, but I do know that it's now 2-1 Canada, as it looks like Bosnia, considering they've gone back, I think, on making the substitution. Either that or they skipped the animation. But now Canada back in front. When they went back in front the first time, or when I should say they went in front initially. They can't go back in front the first time. Doesn't make sense. But when they went in front initially, Bosnia found a way to immediately level it, and they need to do that again here if they're going to get a singular point or potentially be en route to 3 down the line. I don't know. But Estacchio, Canada might be finding their rhythm now. Canada might be finding their feet. They're passing with what looks like a lot more confidence, a lot more forward thinking as well. Kone has been very important as he gets, obviously, the ball out to Buchanan. The goal scorer's link in here. The ball in is poor. Vasilai can claim. So, just into the second half, Canada have put themselves on the front foot. Smart manoeuvre. And they've done it quite quickly, which means now Bosnia have got to attack at them. Granted, they've got 40 minutes to do it, but it could go the other way around here, as Jonathan David is offside, but that could have been risky business, as the change is now made. Ahmed coming off the assister for their first goal for Miller, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, plays for Hull, got promoted with them. Sunjic coming off for Bernic as well on the Bosnian side. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun to do, and I'm really looking forward to doing the rest of the matches. I'm actually chomping at the bit to record some more, but I don't. Again, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, don't want to do too many that I overdo it. Buchanan, oh, that's fucking poor. I'm going to be honest with you, that's absolutely poor. That's nobody's fault but Vasilai's. It is atrocious goalkeeping, if I had to be honest with you. It's the first time shot from Buchanan. Vasilai spills it. It's it's brilliant striker instinct, to be honest, from Jonathan David. And he puts it far corner, so there's absolutely no chance of Vasilai getting even a glove to it. But that's on the Bosnian goalkeeper there, as he could have held on to that initial shot. Yeah, it's an uphill battle now for Bosnia. And I think Canada will motor on to victory now, in this simulation at least. I think in real life I'm going to stick to my boring prediction. But I think in game, they'll get through to the end with 3 points, and we'll top the Group B early on. Obviously, we will see what happens in the Switzerland-Qatar game, but for now, it looks like it's going to be Canada. And again, this has the potential to get ugly just because they're on a big wave of momentum right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they pop in another 1 or 2 in this simulation at the very least, and kind of just, you know, put a bit of a gap between them and Bosnia, put Bosnia in trouble. if you are obviously Bosnia and Herzegovina, you need to strike back now or as soon as. I would be bringing Dzeko off, trying to find a suitable replacement if you've got one. Although I might be eating my words in a minute because Dzeko's turned inside. Bombito does do well to cover up, and that's what I mean. The agility of Edin Dzeko not there anymore. If he was never the most agile of players anyway, but you can tell now that it's completely dissipated. So I'm wondering, you get somebody up front a bit faster, you get somebody a bit more lively. It doesn't even have to be up front, somebody in the midfield, just somebody that's going to do a bit of something, a bit of dirty work to get you that goal, because Canada are in a very good spot right now and the change is being made. It is for Canada though, as Laren comes off and another David comes on. That's not Jonathan David, that is a different David. So that's going to confuse things. And I didn't see the long name that came off for Bosnia, so we'll look in the top left corner here. It is going to be Basic, I believe, that went off for Hadzijahmetovic. They're not making this easy, alright? I'm trying my best, but they're not making this easy.
And very nicely positioned to win it back.
What also isn't easy is the chances of Bosnia getting back into this one. They're not going to find it easy if they're going to let Canada have this much space, because that is poor from Katic, and Miller tries to find David in the middle. Well cleared though, but that should be dealt with by Katic beforehand. It's not all the way because Canada comes storming down again. It's poorly cut back though by Estaquio, and now it could be Bosnia. The one person you don't really want to counter-attack though is Edin Dzeko, because his pace is about -5. You do want him as your target man, but he's not going to be a target man in the counter-attack. He has been fouled there. The ref says continue on, and the advantage does go, and it won't be a free kick for Bosnia. It took too long, and with just over 20 minutes left, they're going to need some magic to even get a point here. Dzeko is capable of magic if he can get the space. If he can get the ball on his head, or get the ball in space, then he's absolutely magic. But Canada have been closing down really well. And to be honest, Bosnia have been doing the same thing to Jonathan David. He only got that rebound goal, but this is a poor line. Katic is so far back there. That could have been easily avoided with an offside trap or something, but it wasn't. Thankfully, it didn't end up in a goal if you're Bosnia, but Canada, if they know if they get a fourth, it's smooth sailing. And maybe already qualification to the knockout rounds, potentially.
Katic. Mujakic. Nikola Katic.
Now, of course, I'm going to do 2 separate tables on this here spreadsheet once I get it running. Once I get it up and running, it should be running by the time this is... well, it should be in full flow by the time it's uploaded, but on the day of recording, I've not even started it. But again, I've got 5 days between now recording this and actually when it gets uploaded. So, it's fine. Estaquio comes off for Osorio on the Canada side. Maybe just looking to shore up that defensive line and not allow anything else to pass through if they can. Yeah, I'll be doing a spreadsheet, kinda recording everything, and then obviously we'll do the real World Cup alongside it. Compare notes and see which was better, the simulation one or the real one. Obviously the real one's going to be better because it's been 90 minutes of just full-on unpredictable action every time. And you got, what, 104 games, so 90 times 104. That's maths that I can't do off the top of my head, but it's going to be around 10,000 minutes of fucking chaos. And I'm here for it. And I believe the pubs are going to be open for the Scotland game, which is mad, but I'm also here for it. I'm definitely here for it. No doubt in my mind I'm here for it, but I don't know if I'll be going. I kind of want to go for the first game just to see, but it's neither here nor there. Ball into Dzeko. Oh, he does win it back though, maybe by accident, but he does win it back. Yeah, the problem is you've got 2 lampposts as strikers and they're being closed down really well. Honestly, the Canadian defence has been good all night. It's only Bombito's slip-up that allowed the Bosnia equaliser at the time. Obviously, it's now gone back to Canada to control this, and that is poor. You can just tell the mood between the Bosnia players. I think they kind of accepted defeat in this one, and we'll move on to the next.
10 minutes left for play.
You believe they'll beat Qatar, possibly. I mean, well, maybe not playing like this, but you'd think they should get the one over on Qatar. In terms of Switzerland, it might be a little more difficult. Canada unable to get the 4th goal currently, but Kone gets the foot in. It should be cleared by Memic. Don't prove me wrong. He hasn't, to be fair, but it's not convincing at all. It really isn't.
Well, the seconds are ticking away.
With just
And the
over
home side
7
in
minutes to
control.
go, it
What
will
did you make
be
of this?
a Canadian victory, you would presume, unless there's a moment, or well, it'll have to be 2 moments now, of late magic here. I don't see them conjuring up anything though. It's been a bit flat if you are Bosnia, and if you are Edin Dzeko, it's not been a great start to the captaincy of this World Cup. I'm not sure how long he's been captain for. I don't look at the Bosnian facts and statistics. I certainly don't look at Edin Dzeko's, because he's played for Man City. What I do know is it's not a great start to this campaign as captaincy. He's not really been... He's had a couple of, well, maybes, like, kind of touches. Just nothing serious in front of goal that he would put away. I could be proven wrong. Should have been played through there. I thought it would have been played through there. It's going to have to be now if they're going to get back into this. It's going to have to be this attack. Otherwise it's over, and they're going to have to hurry up about it, because I doubt there'll be tons of injury time. They're not making any moves forward, and they can't really make any moves forward because it's well marked from Canada. They are still trying though. It's going to be Dzeko. Can't get away from Bobito. Good foot in there. And now Canada could break Alphonso Davies. We know he's got the pace. They don't need to break, but I think there's a confidence booster. They wouldn't be opposed to getting a 4th goal, and Jonathan David could be a key part in that. Miller now coming down the left. Little heel to heel David inside. The other David. I forgot there was 2 bloody Davids. It will be a corner for Canada though, as we approach the dying numbers. I think they're pretty sure 3 points are in the bag, barring egregious amount of injury time. I don't think there'll be much more than 2 minutes, just because there's only been the 2 goals and not much else. And it could be on the edge of the area now. Cornelius can't get a shot off, and it will be just the 2 minutes of stoppage time. Bosnia could even get 1 goal just to kind of close the goal difference a bit, try and improve their odds if they have to of getting through as 3rd place playoff winners. I mean, it won't be playoffs obviously, but like 3rd place qualifying teams. Of course, if you don't know the format, and I didn't know it until recently, to be honest with you, the top 2 of each group plus the 3rd place team, the 8 best 3rd place teams, get through, and that might be what Bosnia have to rely on. But it is glory day for Canada, as that is 2 host nations to win their opening day of football after Mexico winning 1-0 to open the tournament over South Africa. We've now got Canada with a expert 3-1 win in the end. They definitely turned it on for a little bit of that 2nd half, and it motored them the way through to the end. You got to give credit to not credit. You got to maybe blame. I was looking for the blame word rather than the credit word. Vasilai in the Bosnia goal was making good saves, but that spill to David to get the 3rd goal for Canada might have been game, set, match, and it indeed was. I think if he saves that, holds on to that, then maybe could have got a point here, Bosnia. But as you can see, it is 3-1 to Canada over Bosnia. And of course, legendary AI will win, as they will every bloody time, because that's what we're using. As you can see, it is a dub. And taking a look at the stats on the balance of play, it's probably deserved. Bosnia hogging a lot more of the ball, but not doing as much with it, of course, as their counterparts. 59 to 41 in terms of possession for the quote-unquote away side. 8 shots to 4 in favour of Canada, with 2.7 expected goals to 0.9 as well. Definitely deserving of the victory on those metrics. But yeah, Bosnia will need to step up, and especially Edin Dzeko. As we take a look at match ratings here, we'll take a look at Bosnia's first. Edin Dzeko didn't really stand out at all. Man of the match was Hadzimetovic, who I believe came off the bench. He did try to create a good bit towards the end, but just didn't seem to find. Well, he did what he could, but couldn't, push this team on to any result. Basic was good before he was subbed off as well. 7.4 for him, and an assist. Couple of 7 ratings as well. Defense was all right, but wasn't, incredible. And then Demirovic with the goal for Bosnia. It was a nice finish as he left Bombito in the dust, but that's all they get from this one. And Vasilai ended up being pretty poor. I did quite like him in the first half, but it kind of let it slip in the second half. And of course, especially the goal with Jonathan David, it kind of ruined his day. Ali Ahmed off the left-hand side, 2 assists before he was subbed off, presumably to be rested. Smart move if he's at the top of his game right now. He gets an 8.2 and the Man of the Match award. Ismail Kone with a goal in the 7.9, and Tayon Buchanan getting the goal to open proceedings here for Canada, 7.8, with Jonathan David getting the clincher. Not the best goal in the world, but by no means is he going to give a shit, because it's a goal that gets the result beyond any doubt. 7.2 for him. Davis, a little underwhelming, but obviously didn't have much to do defensively. His tackling success rate was four tackles, and he got 100% tackle success rate, and he also got a good amount of passes off. I don't really see a downside in Davis's performance other than he wasn't really involved for too much upside, to be honest. You can't really do anything if you're not involved in the play. So that is my review of that. But anyway, I'm going to stick to my prediction, whether it be right or whether it be wrong. We're just going to stick to it anyway, and just hope that we are indeed correct. Probably not, but you never know. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave it there for this one. Group B is well and truly underway, and Canada take first initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys have enjoyed another one. We're only 101 left to go. Take care and enjoy the rest of your days. And more importantly, enjoy the World Cup when it comes around.